If you want to see a thriving organic garden, well, this is the tour you definitely want to see. Well, hello there, Seed Time and Harvest family. Today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of our garden. We'll show you what's thriving, lessons we've learned, things that are really struggling, and wait until you see the broccoli that we are about to harvest today. All right, we are going to get into our garden. We're going to see what's going on at Seed Time and Harvest. Everything is doing really well. We've had some explosive growth. The garden is doing amazing, and I want to show you what we've been doing. So let's start right here. This is our strawberry bed. We have marigold in here, as well as some artichoke. Doing really good. We can't keep up. My daughter has been harvesting all the ripe strawberries as soon as they pop up. So this is one of the smallest beds loaded with strawberries. Here we have our compost setup. This is our liquid feeder, fertilizer feeder that's been responsible for all this beautiful growth that you're seeing. Half of this bed, we have potatoes, we have yellow gold potatoes, and then we have the red potatoes as well. Behind the potatoes, we have tomatoes. Yes, a lot of people will not plant potatoes and tomatoes together, but when you are pressed for space, you kind of just make it work. We have a cattle panel trellis going on here, and we initially planted beans, but that's one thing with our garden this year. Only have one of my pole bean that came up, and then quite a few sugar snaps. Our beans did not do well this growing season. We have turnips. Bulbs are ready for harvest. You can also eat the turnip greens. It's going to be wonderful in some soup. And we have red cabbage. Sprinkling, we have callaloo, kale, and watermelon, along with this one bean. So this is just a market mix-up going on in this bed. Over here we have some big containers and grow bags with our potatoes. Potatoes are doing really amazing. This bucket is where we seeded our callaloo, one of Jamaican's favorite green. Callaloo, we took out most of them, transplanting them different areas in the garden, but this is our callaloo patch. This bed is my testimony bed, my patience tester. This initially was the first bed that we planted, all potatoes. I believe I planted this bed back in February and it's now May. Initially, these two potatoes came up first. And every day I come out, I'm like, why aren't the potatoes growing? And the Lord is like, patience, child, patience. I put in marigold and the potatoes still weren't coming up. But finally, after several attempts to dig it up, trying to convince myself to leave it alone, potatoes are starting to fill out this bed. I put in 20 potatoes in here. I know most of them didn't sprout, but they're still coming up. So we won't be eating all of them all at once. It's good that they are growing staggered. And then we have shallots on the outside of this bed. So potatoes, marigold, shallots, and this one plant, we've already been harvesting potatoes from this plant. Really good at producing, and we just let it stay in the soil. It will continue to give babies. We'll continue to get a harvest until the plant dries down. I will take this bed to give a lesson we've learned from the garden. Patience truly is a virtue. As you can see, we have a lot of white spots on these cabbage leaves, and that is my fault. You know, again, gardening, you have to be patient. We had a lot of cabbage butterflies, those beautiful white butterflies that lays a lot of eggs on our cabbage. It was doing that, and I knew I needed to put some neem oil on it. But I had to leave, and I did not wait until the sunset. So I put neem oil on the leaves before it got dark. And I didn't realize how early it was, so my leaves got burnt. Neem is oil-based. If you put it on your leaves and the sun is out, it will burn your plant. So you really got to be careful when using neem oil. And here we have the result of that. Cabbage caterpillar. And just have to make sure we inspect our garden daily. We try to get rid of all the eggs. Try to catch the baby caterpillars as soon as they hatch so they're not eating down our greens. In this bed, we have carrots. Lots and lots of carrots. And we have carrots on a succession plan. I have about 4 rows of carrots already here. You can see, or you may not be able to see, that the back is taller than the front because every 3 weeks we plant carrots. This row was planted last, well, actually not last. I planted this row second to last. Half of it didn't, or more than half the row didn't grow, but that's okay. I started more somewhere on this side. They didn't grow as well. So I have another bed that I put some carrots in. Hopefully it will grow. And we do the same thing with our beets. We have a staggered system so that we can have continuous harvest. So most of this, we have beets. That's going to mature first, then these, and then we have some baby plants that are coming up along with carrots, beets. We have 2 kale, red onions, spinach, and sugar snap peas, which we've been getting a lot of harvest from. The more you harvest your sugar snap, the more it will produce. So as soon as your bean pods are in a size that you're comfortable harvesting and eating, go ahead and remove them so your plant will continue to give you more babies. Here we have another tomato bed. It's mixed in with peppers, also basil and beets, and I believe parsley and strawberries on that side. These are determinate tomatoes, even though they're growing like indeterminate. And look at these stem. Have you ever seen tomato stem this thick? I mean, it's amazing the amount of growth that we're experiencing in our garden this year. We've been doing a really good job at trying to build out our soil. You know, you have healthy soil, healthy plants, and I'm always on top of pruning my tomato leaf just because tomato need airflow. They'll usually get disease if you don't have a lot of air going through them. But even with pruning, I mean, the growth on these leaves, it's amazing. And they're all fruiting, sending out flowers. So we're looking forward to these tomatoes as well. The peppers are also flowering. They are looking wonderful in this bed as well. I have a worm feeder in here and the parsley. So things are doing really, really well. Over here, we have our sweet corn row. We planted over 100 corn in these rows. I believe we have 6 rows. They are doing really, really good. They always say if you have corn knee-high by July, you'll have a wonderful harvest. But we're in May. I started them really early. I kept them inside. I brought them out when the soil temperature started to warm, and they are looking wonderful. I always tell people when you garden, you're not just gardening for yourself. You're gardening for you, your family, and the pest as well. So this year in our garden, we decided to use or raised bed covers. And these came in very handy initially to protecting our greens from chewing insects. In this bed, we have broccoli, collard greens, cabbage, and Brussels sprout. And this bed also has explosive growth. I mean, look at these broccoli. Look at that head. Really, really nice. And I just love how everything is not giving its full potential all at the same time. So we can have consistent harvest. We have been eating these collard greens. As you can see, the stem are really chewed at. The cabbage, we've also been harvesting the large leaves and eating them as well. Over here, we have the longest bed in our garden. We had red lettuce intermixed with onions. And our onions, we have been, notice some empty space, we have been harvesting. We have been eating from our onion patch. They are doing really good. As a matter of fact, we have been having full meals from our garden. Potatoes, callaloo, spinach, just greens. It's been such a blessing to be able to eat from our garden. We have more tomatoes here. And one thing we practice in our garden is succession planting. We don't just start the season, we grow and then we stop. Every couple of days, we are sowing seeds so we can have a continuous harvest. All right, so you always want to make sure that there's something in your garden, there's food on your property. And one way to do that is to make sure when you remove something, you are putting in something else. Even if you don't have a lot of space, use what you have so that you can grow something. You know, the best part about gardening is harvesting what you've grown, and any garden can attest to that. We plant, we have no idea if our seeds are going to grow. We have no idea if we'll be able to get a harvest. However, once you do get the harvest, you start jumping for joy because it's such an exciting moment to be able to harvest and cook something that you've had from your garden. Okay, so this is the moment we've been waiting for. Look at this broccoli head. Tight, dense, really good to harvest before it starts to flower. When harvesting your broccoli, we're going to cut just a few inches below the head. This is going to protect the plant and encourages more side shoot to come out. Do not uproot your full plant. It will send out more baby broccolis. Okay, let's get it cut. This is what makes gardening so rewarding. After many weeks, even months of watering, feeding, taking care of your plants, protecting it from pests, you finally get to harvest that beautiful broccoli head. And believe me, fresh broccoli tastes so much better than what you will get from the store. There you have it, our Seed Time and Harvest Garden Tour. I'm so excited about gardening. I really, really love gardening, and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. Make sure you like it, and if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so. Our garden is growing amazing. Our broccoli is really big, really, really well. We will definitely enjoy this. Make sure you also follow us on Facebook, where we post weekly tips, tricks on how to get your garden growing. All right, until next time, happy planting. Bye. Take care.